Hi guys, welcome down to the men's movement. And why do you need to be driving on the freeway when you're eating ice cream? That's what I asked you on Monday. I asked you about a client of mine. He has to be eating ice cream on the freeway and he can't enjoy it unless he's on the freeway. And I was really intrigued by this and I had to sort of lean in and find out what was going on. So thanks so much here for joining us here on the Coffee Fit Tip, because when you're eating food, usually you're consuming a memory. He couldn't sit still and eat his ice cream. He had to be driving along the freeway. And I'll explain to you more why that was, because this is a powerful thing. And once you uncover this, the secrets here, you can get your results so easy with weight loss. Because when he was 7 years age, guys, his dad would come home and say, "Come on, mate, get in the car." And off they went. And they were two of them just in the car by themselves. And they'd drive along. Dad would pull into a servo and he'd buy an ice cream. He'd buy two ice creams, one for him and one for his dad, a son. Hit the road, flying down the freeway, windows down, and that's how he used to eat ice cream. That's how he used to. The memory of his father was packed in with the ice cream. So he ended up consuming a memory. Fast forward, 20 years later, and this guy is over 20, 30 kilograms overweight. He goes and sees a trainer, and the trainer says the first thing that most trainers say is cut out the ice cream, cut out the chocolate. And that's not how you get your result, because you're not just eating food, guys. You're eating a memory. And this happens often. It's not just me you've seen it. I've seen this in the whole industry, and it's time to change this way of approaching weight loss and approaching fat loss, because cutting out anything is saying cut out the memories of your dad, cut out the love of your dad. And that's why it doesn't work. That's why when they say you've got to have willpower, what's wrong with your willpower? It's nothing to do with willpower. They're asking, I say the trainers, the dietitians, the doctors, they're saying to you, cut out that food. But what they don't acknowledge, if that food might possibly, almost 100%, is a relationship to someone or something. So usually it's cut out the relationship with your father or mother or something like that. This guy's not craving ice cream. He's craving being with his mother. So father, in this particular example. So what's the ice cream? What's the relationship you've got with ice cream? This is the sort of stuff we talk about in the thinking program. Because the connection with your father, the connection with the food you have with someone is special. It's a special thing. Do not cut it out. We have to honor that. It's really important to honor that, and we eat consciously. So what I got this guy to do, let me just quickly turn off that phone. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. No, it's live. So what I got this guy to do is he explained to me that right now what he has to do is he goes and gets the food, the ice cream, and he drives down the street and he waits till he's on the freeway. He winds down the window and he opens his ice cream. And I said to him, okay, this is what we're going to do. It's really important he does this. I said, go and bite the ice cream. Go and buy it. Not bite the ice cream. Go and buy the ice cream and really, we're going to eat this. We're not going to consume it. I said, I don't want you driving anymore, because he wanted to drive down the freeway. I said, I want you to buy the ice cream and go and sit. Sit by the beach. Go find a chair by the beach or in a park and look out and remember the moment you had with your father. Remember that taste, that feeling of the wind in your hair, the sun in your face, the feelings, that listen to the noise. And then when you open that ice cream, really, really smell it and really taste it. Do this. Honor it. Honor the connection. Because what's on the mind when you're eating is not guilt. It's in this particular guy's example, this was his dad's love. We can't just go, hey, cut out that food. Now, this is a real great thing that happened here. This is what happened from eating ice cream. From the day he started eating ice cream on the park bench, he doesn't do it daily anymore. Sometimes he only does it once a week. He's now remembering his father. He's honoring it. And he sometimes doesn't even eat the whole thing. He has one or two mouthfuls and he's done, because he's remembering and he's connecting and making a connection. So rather than say, hey, get rid of the food, most trainers say, hey, you got to get rid of that food. Food's bad. There's nothing wrong with bad food. Food's not bad. There's no moral judgment on food. Food is either good going towards your goal or not going towards your goal, if your goal is to weight loss, which we're doing here right now on the movements. We want to go from the sinking feeling into the thinking feeling. That's what we want to do. And that's the King program. That's what we do here on the men's movement. We go from the sinking feeling into the thinking feeling. And that's what I'll show you more about on Friday. When you come with me on Friday, we'll do a deeper dive and we're going to go from the sinking feeling to the thinking, feeling, and then we're going to go to the next stage, which become the king. We'll get all 5 phases done because we want you guys to get your body back. It's really important for you guys to get your body back, and you'll never, ever have to worry about jumping on the scales again. See you next time, guys. Actually, see less of you next time. See you Friday for the deeper dive, all about the ice cream and what are we eating, what are we consuming. Take care. Cheers, guys.
You've been listening to The Men's Movement. Look forward to seeing less of you next time.